ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। I would request everyone to raise your hands and then we'll chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam, Panghum langhayate girim, Yat krupatamaham vande, Shri Gurum dinatarnam, Paramananda madhavam, Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hari Om Tat Sat. Ananda Leela Maya Vigrahaya हेमाभ्य दिव्य छवि सुंदराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रस प्रदाय चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते। चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते। चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते। Hare Krishna, everyone. Um, we seek blessings from our acharyas, from Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada, from my spiritual master, from all the Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda, and from all the assembled devotees. I seek all of your blessings so that the right words um, come out of my mouth, which is purifying for all of us. So I sincerely urge you to pray for me so that whatever I speak is um, beneficial for all of us and is in line with what I've heard from the senior acharyas. Hare Krishna. So, welcome back, everyone. I think we had a break last week, and just prior to that week, like Shama Karunamai had was speaking, and during that time, like, I think there is some background voice I'm hearing, so I'll just mute everyone. So Shama Kurunamai had done a class. Oh, I forgot. Okay, oh no, the recording is on. So Shama Karunamai, she did the class, but at that time, like, okay, many of you were traveling, like, okay, and could not attend. So we will do a slight overlap with that particular class, and we'll cover some of those topics. And as time permits, like, okay, we'll try to cover a few other things as well. So Krishna willing, let's let's there is also, since we last met, there is also one special thing that happened across the world. Does anyone remember what happened across the world? Something very special. Okay, I think you may all know this, but just to remind this, and it may just amidst many other things that are going on, like it may have not come to the forefront in the tongue, but we had the very auspicious um, inauguration of the temple in Ayodhya, where Shri Ram Lalla ji. Lalla means like, okay, the as a child he has been, his pran pratishtha was done. Many of you, I don't know if you are tracking the news, but like, okay, whoever the sculpture who did it, like, okay, so the sculpture was telling that okay, before and after, like, okay, the Ram Lalla's, the color, the eyes, everything changed, and with so much glorious pomp across the entire world, like, okay, there are people who have been chanting the names of Lord Ram. Lord Ram is very, very merciful, very, very merciful. And Lord Ram says that if anyone ever says that, okay, oh Lord, I am all yours, Tawasmi, then he never leaves that person. Then he never, he just gives shelter to that, complete shelter to that person. So just from um, the pages of Ramayana, once something very beautiful that I've heard when they were in the forest, Lakshman was going behind Ram, and as Ram was walking, Lakshman observed that there is a thorn that has pricked the lotus feet of Lord Ram. So Lakshman said that, okay, oh my dear Lord, there's a thorn in your feet, and your lotus feet is bleeding. He said, okay, Lakshman, it's fine. This thorn, like, okay, has taken shelter of my of my lotus feet, so I cannot leave this. So Lord is willing to bear all the pains of what of uh, of like whoever takes shelter to give shelter to us. That is the nature of Lord Ram. So we in the in remembering Lord Ram, let us sing little bit of uh, the a small bhajan, a small like one liner. Okay, this is something that we all can easily remember and we can all chant at home. See, what is bhakti? Bhakti means devotional service. With devotion, if we do a service, what is devotion? That means with love. Okay, then when we do this, what happens? We build a connection with Lord. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktya mam abhijanati. What does that mean? My devotee knows me. It is very difficult for a non-devotee to know the Lord. But for a devotee, he knows the nature of Lord. So let's go into this small bhajan and see, the thing is, we are trying to um, in this world we are trying to make different relations. Okay, so someone who is very much aspiring to be good in his career is trying to make very good relation with his superiors in the same profession. I work for a company, and I know someone, like I deal with some the senior leadership of the company. So what I have seen, like, okay, through my experiences, no matter, like, okay, someone may be at a very senior leadership position, but there is always a sword hanging. Okay, that there is always an anxiety because we are trying to serve whom? We are trying to serve Maya Devi. Maya Devi means Maya means that which is not illusion. Okay, when it is said in our scriptures that um, that Krishna bhuliya jib bhog vancha kore, nikote maya tare, jhapotiya dhare. Means forgetting Krishna, uh, the jiva, that is the living entity, when he tries to enjoy Maya, just jumps and catches the jiva. So Maya is always trying to put the jiva into different situations, keep it away from Krishna. And and Maya is a servant of Krishna, but Maya's duty is to keep the jiva away from Krishna to test whether this jiva is really interested in Krishna. So that is the task that Maya is assigned to. So we may see that, okay, all of you are very exalted. You have, on a Saturday morning, you are coming here, you are joining, you are hearing about Krishna. This way, I am also getting to talk about Krishna. We are all doing service. You are doing the service of hearing, and I am doing the service of speaking about Krishna for our own purification. When we are engaged in Krishna, so if we go back and if we tell across to the world that, okay, please come and hear about Krishna, we might see that, okay, many people are not interested. Actually, most of them are not interested. And we may be surprised that, okay, why is it like this? If we are really interested, if something has touched our heart, then if something has touched our heart about Krishna, then it is a natural tendency that we go and tell others that, okay, why don't you also come? Why don't you also join this? Okay, I am feeling benefited. Like, I am really relishing this. And we might see that out of 10 people that we approach, one person may be little bit, oh, not too interested, little bit interested. And Krishna is giving that equation in chapter 7th of Bhagavad Gita. He is saying that 7.3, he's saying out of 100, out of millions of people, he says out of thousands and thousands of people, one person becomes interested in perfecting their life. And out of that one person, out of such thousands, means firstly it is thousand, then out of such thousands, one person aspires to know about Krishna, and out of such thousands, one actually gets to know about Krishna. It's a very rare combination. So let us sing about Sri Ram, and let us understand about how Lord Ram is very, very pleasing personality. He's the pleasure potency of the Lord. He's the he's that he's very he's he's very much pleasure giving actually. So let us sing very simple. This we can sing in our altar. We can sing near, if we have an altar, if we have a picture, or if we do not have anything, like we can just sing, thinking that, okay, I want to sing for the Lord. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai 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 Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya 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 Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. जय जय श्री राधे श्याम. जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. Hare Krishna. So this is we were talking about Lord Ram. Lord Ram, he's very supremely beautiful, and he comes in to this world as Maryada Purushottam. So Lord Krishna, we heard in our previous class, who is God. So Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and he has several incarnations, and different incarnations come for different purpose. So Lord Ram is one of the primary incarnations of Lord Krishna. Many of us may have studied in our school textbooks that Lord Vishnu is Ram is one incarnation of Vishnu, Krishna is another incarnation of Vishnu, but the Srimad Bhagavatam mentions Ete Chamsha Kala Pumsham Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So, which means that there is a very beautiful Ete Chamsha Kala Pumsham Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So, Krishna is Bhagavan Swayam, and all others are what? They are all Kala. Means like that means just like if there is a candle light and there are many candles that needs to be lighted, so there is one primary candle which we use to light other candles. Okay, so the primary candle, when it lights other candles, it's not that okay, it just after lighting one candle it's gone. So Krishna expands like that into different incarnations. Why does he incarnate like this? He incarnates like this. Does anyone know like why Krishna incarnates? Why does he have to come like this? I'll give a uh, uh, very material example. Uh, does any of you have watched movies? You can raise your hands because I can see only one person. None of you have watched movies? Okay, okay. At least I have an honest opinion. Okay, so yeah, Puja Mataji Vatsal. Oh, yes. Um, so basically, like in the movies, see, like there are different actors, and in the movies, let's say, for its instance, like okay, in the Bollywood, if let's say there is Shah Rukh Khan, if in every movie, if Shah Rukh Khan does the same pose of hitting the villain, and you see in every movie he's doing the same thing, same punch. Okay, what would be like? Okay, it's like, oh, it's so boring actually. Don't- So why Krishna? So why Krishna comes in this different form says to he says that uh, that he comes paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sanstharpanarthaya sambhavani yuge yuge. He says in Bhagavad Gita that I come for paritrana sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkritam. Those who are sadhus, those who are devotees of mine, I come to protect them. And vinashaya cha dushkritam. Those who are irreligious, I come to destroy them. Okay. And by doing this, what do I do? Dharma sanstharpanarthaya. I establish religion. Okay. So he has come as Ram, he comes, he kills Ravan. As Krishna, he comes, he kills Kamsa, he kills millions of other demons. Okay. But this is an external purpose. See, many times there is an external purpose and there is an internal purpose. This is an external purpose. The internal purpose is he comes in this, he appears in these different forms. He comes as Matsya avatar, he comes as Kurma avatar, he comes as Varaha avatar, he comes as Narsingha avatar, he comes as Buddha avatar, okay, and he comes as um, Vaman avatar. So there he comes in the form of like in so many he has unlimited incarnations. Out of that, some of them are primary incarnations, but mainly why does he come is he comes to in to perform different pastimes to attract the hearts of the devotees. Okay, by hearing this pastimes, what happens? Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. All the inauspiciousness in our heart is gone when we hear Krishna Katha. See, in this world, what happens is, what is our biggest problem? Our biggest problem is our mind is continuously disturbed. Arey, I have this problem. Okay. Okay. And our mind is disturbed. Our heart is burning. Someone maybe, see, in from the, if we look at it, the material world, what does it teaches us? We have to have good, we should go to a good school. We should go to a good college. Why? So that we get a good job, right? We get a good degree, we get a good job, we get a prestigious thing, position in the society. Okay, and then there are different material goals. Someone wants to be a millionaire in India. Lakpati is now a common thing, crorepati. Okay, and whatnot. Um, there are so many different aspirations, but why I'm saying this is after after having all of this, someone may be a millionaire, someone may be a billionaire, but still they are not happy. They are not happy. Okay. There are three problems that they are constantly suffering from. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, and Adi Devika. Problems due to body and mind, problems due to other living entities, and problems due to natural disturbances like tsunami, tornado, these kind of things. Okay. Our body, our mind is constantly disturbing because oh, something like this happened. Like, okay, uh, it could be due to other living entities. Oh, I have a job problem. Someone may say that is my mind is disturbing. Okay, my uh, and other living entities could be like someone else is giving me trouble, or because of a worry for someone else, I'm in trouble. Okay, and natural disturbances. Okay, tsunami, landslides, so many things. Krishna classifies all of them into this just 3 points. Very, very, very concisely summarizes. And so the Krishna says he knows our condition, and which is why he has given this Bhagavad Gita. What is this Bhagavad Gita after all? Bhagavad Gita is nothing but it is a manual for human life. Okay, if one is, see, here is the thing. So when we get a dishwasher or when we get a refrigerator at our home, it comes with a manual. It says, okay, you have to install it like this. These are the troubleshooting guides. If there is a problem like this, try these things, it will work. If not, call this number. All the information is given over there. So Bhagavad Gita is exactly like that. It is not that Bhagavad Gita is for, like, I will tell you very honestly, at one point of time, I used to think that, okay, Bhagavad Gita is for someone who is who has now retired, and now they have got nothing to do, so let us venture into Bhagavad Gita. But it is not like that. Bhagavad Gita is for each and every one of us. It is for the, whether one is a child, one is an adult, whether one is old, young, male, female, black, white, everyone. Okay. And it is for each and every person. Okay. It is giving instructions on how we can be happy in this life. And but then there will be question that, okay, oh, these are so many instructions. Has anyone really applied this? Were they really happy in their life? Right? That question may arise, right? So then that is Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the next level where it gives case studies on the life of devotees. Okay, and the it gives greater insight into the pastimes of the Lord. So Srimad Bhagavatam is a very detailed insight into the pastimes of the Lord. So Bhagavad Gita is what Krishna gave instruction. Do this, do that. And in fact, Krishna never says do this, do that. He always says that, okay, Arjun, this is good for you. He never forces Arjun that, okay, do this. Okay, he says that, okay, um, what is good for him, like, okay, he tells that. At one point of time, Arjun is confused, so Krishna chastises him that, okay, Arjun, you are speaking like a very highly educated person. Many times we try to do that, right? Pretend like that. But then, okay, you are not speaking the right thing. He chastises him in different words. We'll go through that in detail. They'll come later. But I'm just trying to run through the essence of these. So Krishna gives those instructions, but then along with that, who is Krishna? How do we know about him? There is some, Krishna tells about himself in Bhagavad Gita, but we get to know about Krishna's activities in Srimad Bhagavatam. And we get to know about the devotees' activities. What do devotees do when they are in difficulties? We get to know that about different different devotees we get to know. Very, very beautiful, very nectarian. And when we get to know that, it is it is filled with what should be our consciousness in approaching the Lord. Now, Bhagavad Gita was spoken 5,000 years ago to Arjun. And at the beginning of Kali Yuga, actually Bhagavad Gita was again spoken to Arjun 5,000 years ago. It was spoken at the beginning of the creation by Krishna. To whom? To the sun god. Okay. So it was spoken to. So even sun god is also we may think that, okay, oh, sun god. So everything, like in the spiritual world, everything is a personality. The current, the sun god position, it is a position actually. It is not like, okay, one person who is a sun god, he will eternally remain as a sun god. They also have life and death. So the current sun god who is there, his name is Vivaswan. Okay, so it was instructed to Vivaswan first for our universe, because there are many universes, and we will get to these details also. It is fascinating once you get to understand like how Krishna is doing this, orchestrating this. It makes us feel that, okay, we are so insignificant, but yet if we just take on to Krishna consciousness sincerely, we can be a part of loving reciprocation of Krishna. Absolutely. This is the best thing actually. Can you imagine, we are trying to please someone in this material world, and whatever we do in our see, whatever we do in this world, we all look for reciprocation. If we have a good gift for wife or husband, okay, I brought this. Sometimes they may like it, sometimes they may not like it, depends on mood. Okay. and or our children, or we did a best thing at work. Okay, but while trying to do that best thing, there was a small thing that we did not do right. We may not always get the best outcome, but for Krishna, if we do something little bit also, guaranteed, his reciprocation is guaranteed. We just have to hear and have to create our heart so that we are able to tap onto that reciprocation, so that we are able to understand that, okay, oh, this was Krishna's reciprocation, because we are always busy. Okay, so if we just try to come out of our busy schedule, busy thing, and think about, like, how can I serve Krishna? See, think about this. Um, I will tell you, and I come from this kind of a background. See, like when used to go to the temple in my childhood, it would be always for like, okay, I want to get good grades in school. I'm just revealing my heart out. Like, okay, I would pray for my parents, for my family. Okay, f- uh, uh, and basically, in other words, I will always have something to ask for. Now, how many of you are parents here? You can raise your hand. And if anyone is on the phone, you can just say also, yes, I am also a parent,
I am, yes.
right? So, okay, so I see many hands. So now think about it. If our child, whenever we see him, like, okay, let's say, like, okay, we just come back home from work, or we're coming back from outside, and whenever we see the face of our child, they're like, they always have one figure like, Papa, Mummy, I need this thing from you. No, no talk, nothing like that. I need this thing. Then uh, basically no normal talk. Just think, I need this thing. I need this thing. Can we imagine? Like, okay, I mean, and then if we don't give them that thing, they will not even remember what we gave them last time. Like, okay, you, you are not a good dad. You are not a good mom. Uh, Think about it. Have you been in such situations? Or how would it be to be in such a situation where the child is very ungrateful? The child is constantly asking about what they need, never asking, like, okay, how I am doing, nothing like that. Can you imagine, like, okay, what kind of emotion it is? Now I want to tell you, my dear friends, just like we are a person, Krishna is also a person. The difference is we are an insignificant, infinitesimal, small person, and Krishna is the supreme person. But the emotions that we have, the same kind of emotion runs with Krishna. That is why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajami ham. Means, as you reciprocate with me, I will also reciprocate with you accordingly. So, so Krishna is saying that, okay, I will reciprocate with you accordingly. So Krishna is like, for one who is offering something, like Krishna says, like, okay, patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati. How can you please me? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati. Means, you can offer me, if you offer me with love, what? Patram. Patram means tulsi leaf. Pushpam, fool, means flower. Okay. Phalam means flower or vegetables, like cooked vegetables. And toyam means water. Okay. Then I will accept it. If you offer it with love, then I'll accept it. Krishna is saying this with simple thing. Now, put ourselves in the picture. Okay. We go to someone else's house. Okay. Now, as soon as, let's say, our our Vatsal Prabhu comes to my place, and then as soon as I open the door, I'm like, oh, you're here. Okay, and then he just comes like, okay, with a bright smile, as he's always smiling very brightly. And then I'm like, okay, oh, you came. Okay, why don't you take a seat? And then like, okay, I have some cooked item. I just put in, have it. I cooked it. Now he might be very hungry, but seeing the way I presented it, I mean, all he would not feel like eating. Okay, that, oh, this is my friend. Like I came to see him after such a long time. And what kind of thing is this? But if I say, oh, Vatsal, after so many after so many years I'm seeing you. What a what a fantastic joy it is to see you. Okay, please come in, have a seat. Like, okay, I'm just thinking, I don't have anything to offer you. Like, I just have some noodles I made. Okay, do you like noodles, by the way? So you might say, I don't like it, but if you cooked it, I'll have it. So see, this way the reciprocation works. Okay, so if we if we think about it like Krishna, if we want to establish a connection with him, we have to know how to create that bond. First thing is, see, the chanting of the holy name is the easiest way, and that we regularly do. And why do we do the chanting? That is, when we chant, we are asking the Lord, please engage me in your service. So far, I am doing the service of, let's say, my family, my job, my this, my that. I'm taking care of my children. But these are all something that you have given me. Okay, and so far I have been trying to do it for my pleasure. And in this world, my dear Lord, no matter whatever I do, okay, there are points when I there are points when I'm trying to do my best, but then the best, I'm not getting the best of the reciprocation. I want to serve you, my dear Lord. I want to do all the other services thinking that okay, I am doing that for you. If I'm doing the work, I would do that work thinking that okay, Lord, I may be earning, let's say, for example, I may earn $1,000. I'm just putting a number here. I may earn $1,000, but at the end of the day, my dear Lord, in my heart, I have thought that, okay, $50 or $100 or whatever number maybe, number is not important, but this much, I want to use it for your purpose. Okay, I want to do the job the best way. Okay, but I want to somehow or other serve you. How can I serve you? I want to bring vegetables for you. I want to bring nice fruits for you. I want to bring nice dry fruits for you. I want to feed you. I want to have a tulsi plant at home. I want to daily put tulsi leaves at your lotus feet. By putting tulsi leaves at Lord's lotus feet, he becomes super happy. So if we and and we are sharing this plan to our Lord. Okay, so the Lord understands. Okay, oh, this devotee, like, okay, I've think about it. Like, okay, we spoke about this in our previous class. We are now in a human body. We are now in a fortunate human body, but we have traversed through many, many bodies. When we were in a rat body, when we were in an insect body, when we were in a devta, demigod body, when we were in a pig body, eating stools, Krishna was always there sitting in our heart as the super soul, always thinking that, okay, when will that day come when my this child will reach out to me just like a parent, like, okay, see, we are we are those children who have forgotten our supreme parent. Okay, if our child forgets us, right, we may have taken care of the child, we may have taken care of the child while it grows up, and then once it goes to college, the child forgets us. How difficult it is for the parent. The parent is just waiting, crying, when will my child get back? And the child is very rebellious, that saying that, okay, oh, my father didn't do anything for me. My mother didn't do anything for me. Okay. It's a very painful exchange. But one day the child comes, okay, and says that, okay, how are you, father? Then what kind of joy it will give to the father? And think about one more aspect here. Sometimes, like when we are, I told about, like, okay, one. if something touches our heart and if we share it with others, that okay, why don't you also come? So in such a way, if someday our child may be lost, but then someone comes and tells us, you know what, I know your child is there, and I will try to bring him to you at least for some time. Then even though they have not brought the child to us, or he brings it us he brings the child back to us for only few minutes, but how much love, how much joy it gives us, and how much sweet reciprocation it gives when someone does that service. Can you imagine? That is the, if someone is connecting, if you bring someone to Krishna, that is the joy that it gives Krishna. I have known many such examples. Okay, there are many, uh, there are many whom I know, like, who have connected other devotees. Uh, they may themselves not be in, they may themselves not be coming to the classes, but they have connected someone else. Now, what happens is, like, okay, they connected someone, and this person became a very serious devotee. Now, how Krishna looks at it is, it's a very wonderful equation. Okay, Krishna looks at it. Okay, he is progressing very well. Okay, how did he come? Okay, oh, this person connected. So automatically, there is a compounded interest that is going there. And somehow, after some years, I see that okay, that person who was not there, like, okay, in devotion, he has somehow got this mercy, and he's also very striving very wonderfully. So this equation of bhakti is so beautiful. Krishna, he does not forget anything, any small activity that is done, he never forgets. And that is why Krishna in the form of Jagannath, his eyes are so big. You know why? He wants to magnify anything good that is done. And he's called Adoshadarshi Jagannath because he does not see any faults. He only wants to magnify any single small thing that is there. And and when somehow or other we just get connected in this way, that really helps. So we were talking about Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam being the activities of the Lord and his devotees. Now, after giving Srimad Bhagavatam, okay, Srimad Bhagavatam got invented at the beginning of Kali Yuga, which is around 5,000 years ago. And and then what happened is, um, the, so Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita when he was in the planet. When Krishna left the planet, at that time Srimad Bhagavatam got invented. Srimad Bhagavatam is also Krishna himself in the Granth form, in the literature form. It's non-different from Krishna. But then 5,000 years passed, and you know what? This world is getting so degraded. As you can see, um, for those of you who are born in 70s, 60s, or prior to that, you can see that okay, when you were a child, how the world was versus how the world is right now. Okay, so much hypocrisy, so much duplicity, so much quarrel. That is the age of Kali as it is progressing, because Kali means quarrel and hypocrisy. So knowing all this, and then there is a rampant rise of, we will come to this, but there are four pillars of dharma. I'm just keeping it very, very simple. So the pillars of dharma, if they are maintained, then there is happiness and prosperity that remains. What are those pillars? This thing is something that I want every one of you to know. What are these pillars? They are Satyam, Shaucham, Daya, and Tapas. Satyam means truthfulness. Shaucham means cleanliness. Daya means compassion. And tapas means austerity, tapasya. So, but when these principles break, from these principles, what came is, uh, Right now, there is a lot of animal killing going on. There are a lot of slaughterhouses, because of which people are losing the aspect of compassion, shaucham, cleanliness. So there is a lot of illicit sex happening across the world. If you see, if you look in televisions, billboards, there are so many pictures, like, okay, which have revealing stuffs actually. So because of which the cleanliness in the society is degrading. Um, then we have uh, tapas is austerity. So if um, there is so much drive for intoxication, when someone is intoxicated, they cannot do tapasya. Austerity cannot happen. And uh, satyam is truthfulness. Um, that is, if there is gambling happening, so in gambling there cannot be any truthfulness. So that's how the four regulative principles came in. That is, no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, and no intoxication. If these four things are maintained, that means we are trying to uphold the pillars of dharma. Many of us say, right, oh, I am मैं तो धर्म के रास्ते पे हूँ. I am on the path of dharma. But before that, we have to know what is this dharma. Okay, so this no meat eating, of course, egg also is part of that. No meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. These fours, if we are somehow or other, like, okay, we are involved in this, what happens is we are breaking the pillars of dharma. And what is the outcome of this? That means one is sure, guaranteed to go to hell, hellish planets, to suffer for millions of years. And there are, and how, and I want to tell you, like, okay, I, in my past, because I want to tell, like, okay, as I mentioned this, I come from a very bad background. So I have come from a meat eating background. Um, but 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 now I want to tell you something which is most beautiful, and this is where the crux of this. When, as Kali Yuga was progressing, 5,000 years down after Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, after they came in, as the as things were degrading, just like a parent can't see their child getting so much degraded, the Supreme Father could not see their child getting degraded. Okay, and plus, sometimes see, like, you gave the instructions, you gave all of these, but it is not working. So um, Lord advented as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu out of causeless compassion for the living entities, to give them the highest mercy. When when parents are extremely, um, like, they see their child getting degraded, initially they try to discipline them, but if nothing is working, they then they try to lovingly approach them, trying every bit. Now we are material parents, we have limitation, but the Supreme Lord, he does not have any limitation. He's unlimited, he's Swarat, he's independent. Okay, so that Supreme Lord, he advented as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna, he came in as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is a very um, confidential avatar. Not many people know about this, and that is why it is called Channa avatar. Okay, and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he is none other than Lord Balram. Okay, so the same personality who was Lord Ram, In the Treta Yuga, he came in as Lord Krishna in the Dwapar Yuga, and then he came in as Lord Chaitanya in the Kali Yuga. And the personality who was Lakshman his brother Lakshman, he came in as Balram in Dwapar Yuga, and he came in as Lord Nityananda. But in this case, there was one difference. It is said that although Krishna came in with when he was Lord Ram. He um, what was his weapon? His weapon was bow and arrow. Okay, and what was his weapon when he came in as Krishna? He had the Sudarshan Chakra, right? And then when he came in Kali Yuga, what was his mood? Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahe Anya. This Sri Krishna Chaitanya is none other than the combined incarnation of Radha and Krishna. Radharani and Krishna. Radha is the universal mother. Srimati Radharani is the universal mother. And Krishna is the universal father. He came, although the father came, but he has the heart of the mother. What happens? What is the mother's heart like? We know the mother has the heart. If we ask father for something, right? Can we get a bike? Father will be like, after, yes, we'll think about it. You drive so badly. How can you get a bike? Then what is our next approach? Mother, can I get a bike? Yeah, yeah. I know you have to go to college for such a long distance. You need a bike. Yes, yes. Mother, but father told you will not get a bike. No, no, I will talk to father. Don't worry. Then mother will do all the rest of the things. She will do the equation. And then ultimately we see we have a bike. So basically that is a backdoor entry. This is this is Gaudiya Sampradaya. This is what Srila Prabhupada came to give us. Because the whole world is, they are worshippers of Krishna. But what is Gaudiya Sampradaya? Gaudiya Sampradaya is those who are worshippers of Radharani, because that is most easy access. It is through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is called as Namo Mahavadanyaya. Krishna Prema Pradayate. He is Namo Mahavadanyaya. He is the most munificent incarnation. He is the most compassionate. So in this case, he Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is Radha and Krishna. I told about mother's heart and father's heart. So it's very easy to get mercy. Okay. And what is that mercy that he has come to give? So it is said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came to give, we pray to him, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gore Tushe Nama. He came to give Krishna Prem. He came to give love towards Krishna. Okay. So what is the meaning of love towards Krishna? Okay. Let us understand this. We will we will just conclude in few minutes, but just try to understand this aspect. If you understand this, then it will really help. The, so um, Krishna Prema. So we all go to temple, we take darshan of the Lord, right? Um, and how many of you go have nearby ISKCON temple, like where you can go and take darshan? You can maybe raise your hand. Okay. I see many of you have. Parul Mataji, you don't have any temple, or Puja Mataji?
I go to my temple, the Swaminarayan temple,
Okay,
even
okay, okay.
Chinese
Yeah, yeah.
con, so that's right.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I do
Okay,
go to
okay, okay.
mandir stuff on a weekly basis. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So, so, um, so basically, um, when when Duryodhan was present, Dhritarashtra was present, they were having darshan of the Lord. But the problem is, they did not have love for the Lord. So even though they were having darshan, okay, because of not having love for the Lord, they could not recognize Lord actually. Now, this is a very big thing. Um, if one develops that unflinching attachment for the Lord, then in that case, their heart starts transforming. Their heart becomes very, very soft. They become very compassionate. So in in the material world, we are after dhanam, janam, sundarim. That means we are after wealth, we are after followers, we are after beautiful opposite sex person. But in the but in the spiritual world, it is na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. We don't want this. If we don't want this, then what is that we want? Uh, we want Krishna Prem. That is the ultimate destination. And through this, by Krishna Prem, see, Pandavas had Krishna Prem. So Krishna was sleeping with them. Krishna was eating with them. Krishna was playing with them. You know, I want to tell at this point, I want to tell you about one Sudama. He is a flower. This is not the friend of Krishna, not, not about this personality, but this is Sudama when Krishna was going to Mathura. When he got Kamsa's invitation, he was on his way to Mathura. At that time, Krishna, he approached, he needed good clothes. So he just went to one dhobi's place and he asked, "Can I get some good clothes?" And this dhobi, there is a past background. This dhobi was a in his previous birth, he prayed that okay, I want Krishna's darshan. Okay, but he had no love for Krishna. He This dhobi used to work for Kamsa. So what this dhobi started doing is he could not recognize that this is that same Krishna. When Lord Ram came, at that time this dhobi was present and he prayed that okay, I want darshan of Lord. Okay, and Lord came out to him because Lord fulfills each and every desire that we make. Ladies and gentlemen, please note that Lord fulfills each and every desire of ours. When that desire will be fulfilled is on His timing, but each and every desire of ours is fulfilled. So we have to be very careful in making our desires. So this person, when Lord came, what he did is he rebuked Lord. He said, "Do you know you are this simple villager boy? You are asking for these clothes. Do you know whom these clothes belong to? It belongs to Kamsa. These royal things. Has your anyone in your family worn this kind of clothes?" Okay. वो in Hindi we say ना, आपके बाप दादा ने कभी पहने हैं? Any of your grandfather like that, have they ever worn this? He rebuked this, not knowing that okay, he's talking to the supreme personality of Godhead. What Krishna did is uh, he just gently touched him and like okay, he uh, he got killed actually. It was nice that okay, he got killed because Krishna says that okay, anyone who gets killed from him, he gets delivered. He was delivered in that way, but he was not able to serve the Lord. That's the point I'm trying to make. Now Krishna went a little further and he went to a flower store. So this flower store, the owner of that store is Sudama. And as soon as Sudama saw it is in outskirts of Mathura, his he said, "Oh Krishna, you're here. What?" Krishna did not ask him anything. Okay, he said, "Okay, what can I offer you? Can I offer you something? See, I just have these garlands actually. Can I offer you something?" And before before Krishna could tell anything, like okay, Krishna just smiled. Okay, and then because he was very sincere in his heart, it was revealed that, okay, yes, let me offer these garlands. And then he offered garlands to Krishna, he offered it to Balram, and he offered to all his Gopa friends. Okay, and what happened as a result of that? Krishna said that I am very pleased with you. I want to offer you three benedictions, means boons. Ask for anything that you want. Okay, now if we are there in place, like, okay, what will we ask? Oh, give me a good house, give me a lovely car, this thing. See, but you have to understand, these are all very temporary. They may go away with this life. What Sudama asked is, he said, please give me undeviating, unflinching, uninterrupted attachment towards your lotus feet. And second, he said, please give me, please bless me with friendly relationship with all your with all your devotees who are very sincerely, okay, I just want to be friendly with them. And third thing he asked was, please bless me with, the next thing is like, or he became friendly with this, what about the rest of the world? Okay, then obviously like he'll be very proud, right? No, third thing he asked is, please bless me with genuine compassion towards all other living entities. So Krishna was very pleased with the with what he asked for. And Krishna said, I am very pleased with you. I grant you all those, whatever you have asked for. And not just that, in addition to that, I will also grant you with good health, youth, wealth, and whatever you need. And whatever you desire within this world, that will also happen. And whatever you desire out beyond this world also, that will also happen. In, whatever you desire within this life and beyond this life, that will also happen. So why I'm saying this is because this person had, he understood Krishna. Bhaktya mam abhijanate, I was saying earlier. A devotee knows Krishna. And which is why that was the purpose with which Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. And he came to distribute that love very, very soon. And this love, like, okay, as he was distributing, anyone who gets like who develops some love, some or respect towards Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, their heart is guaranteed to be purified. Okay, they uh, they make very, very rapid progress in this path of bhakti. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is most munificent, is most magnanimous. And if we take shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then the unlimited is just, it's just like few fingers away. That which is unachievable becomes very, very easily available. So Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit, which is a life and history of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, written by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he says in the Adi Khanda, in the 14th chapter, first verse, that anything that is very difficult to obtain becomes very easy by remembering Lord Chaitanya. But by not remembering Lord Chaitanya, even things that are very easy become sometimes very difficult to obtain. So that is the power of Lord Chaitanya. Um, um, I have personally experienced why I said earlier that okay, I come from the meat eating background is it is very difficult if we are used to some, if we are conditioned to one kind of a living, it's very difficult to change that. If our mind is accustomed to something, if we have hatred towards someone, it is very, very difficult to overcome that. But the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is so uh, I would say is unlimited, that it our heart, if it is transformed by the mercy of the great devotees of Lord Chaitanya, then that that changes our overall lifestyle. So with that, I would conclude this session, and I would also request all of you that if we really want to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, it is very, very easy. We will go deeper into this topic in the next session also, um, because um, Lord Chaitanya teaches us how we can, how all our prayers will be answered by Krishna, how all our prayers, each and every one of our prayers will be answered by Krishna. He teaches us, um, just like Krishna came, he gave us the Bhagavad Gita as his instructions, just like Srimad Bhagavatam is the pastimes of Krishna. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrit, which is the study, which is Lord Chaitanya's life and his teachings, that actually reveals the heart of Krishna. What will please Krishna? So now, let's say, if in a relation, if you know how to please the other person, how easy it becomes, right? So when we understand these aspects uh, that that we have been given by the scriptures, it becomes very, very easy to progress in bhakti. Very easy. Bhakti is very simple for those who are simple hearted, and bhakti is very complicated for those who are very complicated hearted. That is what Srila Prabhupada used to say. Not not my saying, but yes, I have experienced this. But initially, when we come in, like, okay, if we if we chant with faith that okay, I want to get my heart purified, because if we look into our heart, then we'll find that okay, there are so many things that we are really hankering for. Okay, the the greed, which there could be envy, there could be pride, there could be lust, anger, hatred, different type of emotions that we will be going through. But if we really want to come out of this, then we can sincerely chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Just like as I was saying, as Lord Chaitanya, as Lord Ram came with bows and arrows, that was his weapon. Krishna came with Sudarshan Chakra. Lord Chaitanya's weapon was Harinam Sankirtan. He gave this Harinam Sankirtan, that one who does this, he did not kill any demons, but uh, he 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 gave us the process by which the demons within our heart can be killed. And when the demons within our hearts are killed, then automatically the bliss within our heart comes out. Automatically the bliss within our heart comes out, and you can experience the unlimited joy, you can experience the unlimited bliss. It is very practical. This is very experiential science. When we chant sincerely, when we participate in Harinam Sankirtan, why I was asking, actually, that reminds me why I was asking about the ISKCON temple nearby. Is if there are ISKCON temple nearby, okay, then when we go there, when we take participate in Harinam Sankirtan, if we, because in Sankirtan also, what is very, very important is, um, if that in that aura, like, okay, if we are praying, like, okay, oh Lord, please give me pure devotional service, pure. so that my heart gets cleansed of all this kleshas, of all the kachra that is there. Think about it. Like, okay, if we are cooking, okay, if there is, for the Lord, if there is a utensil that is already cooked, it has all the grease and everything. Will we use that in our cooking for the Lord? It cannot be used in the cooking of the Lord. We have to first clean it. So similarly, our heart is also like that. Our heart cannot be engaged in the service of the Lord till that is purified. And when that is purified, we'll be able to see the reciprocation of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada used to say, we can see the reciprocation of the Lord. There are so many instances. Srila Prabhupada has visited temple, and before he could get in, he said that, okay, why is Radha and Krishna not well rested? I can see that there is, um, what is that called? That black eye? No, I may be telling a wrong word actually. What is that called?
Dark circles.
Oh, yes, dark circle. Yeah. Why is there dark circle on Krishna's eyes? So the temple president was saying, no, no, no. And Prabhupada is only visiting there first time. The temple president, no, 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 there's what dark circle? Like Krishna's whole thing is dark only. Where will you see dark circle? No, no, nothing like that, bro. No, no. I can see dark circle on Krishna's eyes. And this has happened in 2, 3 different instances, actually. Prabhupada said that. So in 2, 3 different temples, he's visiting there first time. He said, okay, this they are not well rested. So then later the temple president, like he confessed, he said, yeah, actually what happened, we have big donors who get freed after 9 p.m. So that is why we, 9 o'clock is Shayan Arti, but those big donors, they come later actually. So that is why we put Krishna to sleep at 10 o'clock. So 9 to 10, they can have special darshan. So Prabhupada said, no, no, no. Put Krishna to sleep in right time. Those donors, if they want, we don't want money actually of people. We want Krishna to be happy. If Krishna is happy, all other money and everything will come automatically. Our duty is one thing only. That is, we have to please Krishna. Samsiddhir haritoshnam. That means that, okay, the essence is we have to please Krishna. If we learn this fact that in my house, I want to please Krishna, I don't want to be the instrument of Maya Devi starting a new quarrel. I don't want to be an instrument of hypocrisy. Okay. I don't want to force anyone in doing anything, but I want to be such an example where I can be instrument of Lord's compassion, Lord's love that I'm getting. And let me chant in that way. Not, and we'll go into those deeper principles, how we can chant nicely. But I request everyone to chant. This will really help us become very, very happy in our life. And no matter whether we feel like it or not, because Prabhupada said when we initially chant, and I have really faced it, I will be very honest, when we initially try to chant, we'll not feel like chanting. Oh, what is this chanting? It's boring, this, that. But if we continue chanting, if we persist chanting, we will definitely see the difference. Okay, the sweetness of this nectar can be understood. The taste can be understood when we try it. That is how it is experiential. So um, we have japa sessions in the morning. Generally, I try to join from 5:30 to 6 o'clock, as I have to get my children ready after that. But there are others who join. If that time doesn't work, don't worry. You can join at your own time. I also, one thing which I do is there is a Srila Prabhupada's chanting actually on YouTube. I chant along with that. That really helped me because I'll be very honest, I want to share my heart. All of you are very dear to me. So that is why I want to tell that, okay, my mind would go in 100,000 areas. Okay, oh, why this, why that, or like that. Or it would go in several directions. So by chanting with Srila Prabhupada, what I felt is that my focus is increasing. Okay, and when we focus on our chanting, what we can see slowly as we do that, we can see how in a day-to-day basis, how we are able to deal with the different situations, how Krishna is helping us. We can understand this on every day-to-day situation. We can try to appreciate, because we may be wounded soldiers without Krishna. Okay, but with Krishna, we have all armors. Okay, it may not happen on day one, but if we continue, we can understand how Maya is playing versus how Krishna is empowering us. With that, I would conclude this. I am very, very extremely sorry for extending it by another 20 minutes. I have one devotee who had given me an ultimatum that this timing is late for India. But I see this devotee is also very attentive. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय. Any questions, any comments, any suggestions that you have, please you can share if you want to, because whatever I am sharing, see, I am just sharing my heart, as all of you are very, very dear to me. I pray for each and every one of you, um, every day. um, of course, like in some days when my schedule gets bad, then maybe I'm not able to, I do it very short way, but at least I try to do it on regular basis. But if there is anything, if you have any question or comments or suggestions, please let me know.
I just wanted to say, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
When you're being nishkapat, when you're expressing your own experience, I personally can relate to that. So that actually helps a lot. You keep saying sorry, and I appreciate that you're sharing your personal, like past life, what you were doing and what it is now. I very much relate to that. So thank you for that. And in every lesson, you're not only talking about Krishna, but we want to hear about Krishna. But thank you so much. Like my personal experience with all these lessons, and I'm getting to know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and also Srila Prabhudas, so thank you so much, for sharing, Mahaguru's, experience, and, how you came in this spiritual life. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. My words actually, I get so confused. I can't express that well, but thank you so much. I want to say that, these lessons are really helping me. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Parul Mataji, I want to share one thing. See, the thing is, Krishna sees the intent. He does not see the words. So as you were sharing, like, okay, I can understand the very pure intent with which you are saying. So words and confusion in those terminologies, that does not matter at all. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else has any comment or any question or any suggestion?
I just wanted to tell that I am now reading the book or this what you recommended, that is Nectar of Devotion. It is really very lovely book. Very lovely book. I am reading
Yes.
that now.
Thank you for sharing. Hare Krishna. Yes, that we will slowly go into that. Yes, I advised it to you because you have done some of the other sessions, so it will be certainly helpful for you. And I thought that, okay, and this group will also slowly get into that, okay, as time gets right. I also want to ask one thing. This is one thing, okay, as I pray for you, as I meditate for some of you, Parul Mataji, at one point of time, you asked about this um, some additional reading and things like that. So I want to ask, like, how many of you have this habit of reading, and how many of you have the habit of listening to some audios or something, some motivational things? Because depending on your needs, I sometimes I think that okay, this thing might be helpful for this person, but I don't know what your personal preferences are. So I just thought of asking actually.
I would really like to read, but I listen a lot. YouTube or anything's shared in this group, I tend to listen. All your recordings from past lessons, I actually forward those to my another personal group I have created under my name in WhatsApp. So I like to listen a lot, and this is why I'm attending the classes, because I'm not able to read as much and I should be, because when you're reading, you tend to grasp it better. When you're listening, you need to do the more like manan and on the drashti and all that by listening more and more. But yes, I do listen to a lot of like YouTubes and anything that's shared in the group.
Okay, sure. Anyone else wants to share? I know Vatsal Prabhu, you were about to share something.
Yes, I do listen to audiobooks and read also. So,
Mhm. Okay, sure. Okay, I would recommend if some of you are have this taste of listening, then one of the books that I would highly recommend all of you hearing is The Journey Within. This is an audiobook by my spiritual master, His Holiness Radhanath Swami. It's a very wonderful book, and the book is um, it talks about his journey as a teenager when he comes to when he travels from US to India. Uh, Now, it may seem like the entire book is broken up into so many small incidents. But what I really like about this book is as as those events are happening, he introspects into each of these, and it is something like okay that I found as a takeaway, that we can learn to introspect in our life. What is happening? Why is something happening? What can we make out of that? Because we all want to understand um, why something is happening, or what can I take as a lesson from this. So if we have that tendency, then this is something that will really help us. I just thought of sharing that. Hare Krishna. It is available on YouTube, and if required, I can go ahead and share that link. That is I found it very helpful. Hare Krishna. Please take care. Anyone else has anything else to share?
What should I give a topic to this lesson? I like to give a topic to each lesson. So
Oh,
um,
oh, you mean the title for this particular?
the heading, yeah.
Okay, the
I
title
was
for
try- I was
this.
trying. I had a couple in my head, but I thought maybe I'll ask you. So
Yeah, the actually I thought about the title for this. I could not think, but as you were asking me, I was thinking that okay, this is the gateway to mercy actually.
yes, thank you, Hare Krishna.
You're most welcome. Hare Krishna. So all of you have a very wonderful rest of weekend, and we'll see you all next week. Hare Krishna. My sincere prayers for all of you and your families. May you have a very, very blessed week. And I put these prayers at the lotus feet of Shri Radha Kunja Bihari. Please, Hare Krishna. Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna. Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam.